Hi Michal, thank you for uploading your pictures, and I appreciate probably a busy week, so you didn't get to do all the homeworks, but you at least got to do the photo shoot. Okay, first things first, this is a great shot. The bow distortion shot that you would think generally isn't going to be something that you want to look at. This is exactly the kind of picture that you want to be taking using bow distortion. You know, very dynamic, right into you. Gorgeous little girl just looking straight into the camera. These lines actually add a lot of dynamic energy, and it's just a great shot full of energy. Maybe we'll edit that one in Lightroom. Let's keep going. Excellent, great shot. Let's just look at times wise. Let's look at your stats, and they are absolutely perfect. I will tell you though, I think the vignette that you've done, I'm pretty sure you've done this in Lightroom, is a little over the top. Keep in mind, I always tell my students this with Lightroom, if you can, print out like a massive A3 sheet and stick it on top of your screen, above your screen, with the word subtle written on it, because one of the big issues with Lightroom and just editing in general is just going over the top, because you want to just add as much as you can. So I think this is a good example of just a little too much. The actual shot is perfect. Let's just see. Again, like I say to all of the people doing this course, you're using such basic equipment and you're getting such good results. When you do eventually, you know, even as they are, it's great, but you'll just be so excited when you move up to a more professional camera. Just excellent, excellent. Okay, great. A beautiful picture, very different feel to this picture. Okay, a couple of points is this area. There's a few things. I mean, there's obviously the gate in the back. That could quite easily be, I mean, in Photoshop we could get rid of that in a few moments. In fact, I will do that. This area here, it's funny because it's only a small part, but if we could somehow either make this more green or get rid of it, it would add some extra energy to the picture. Let's have a look. Let's just get rid of it. Thing is, it's nice, these colours are nice, and then we'll get rid of a bit of it. That's going to make a difference. Good. Okay. The light on her is beautiful. Stats, I would say they're basically perfect. All I would do would probably be to go to 1.8, to drop my ISO down to 200, which would mean my shutter speed would go to a 100. When I said they're basically perfect and I said basically change all of them, it's just because it's basically there already. The difference between 200 ISO and 100 ISO, 200 and 400 ISO in regards to noise or digital noise, image degradation is very minimal, and to go to a 2000 isn't necessary. A 1000 be fine. It's a beautiful picture. She's really, you know, she's crisp and sharp. She pops out from the background. Great. I think we'll probably take that one into Lightroom. Oh, another great picture. Okay, so this one you've actually, I think you've desaturated here. I can see a few parts around here that aren't done so well. That is a problem of doing this kind of thing, that you do have to be precise. But it's really, I mean, it's just such a soft, beautiful image. You're doing really well. It's beautifully composed. You're on the third over here. A beautiful triangle moving in this way into the image. We enter the image by the eyes. We move around here, come back up here. So you end up with this really solid triangle. And usually the idea of making a part of the image black and white and keeping in color can be a little, although I do it occasionally, it can be a little bit like kitschy, I think is the word. But what you've done here is you haven't actually made it black and white. You've just subdued the colors, and she's also in subdued colors anyway. So it's just that this is a really, really beautiful picture. I'm very critical, so I noticed that over there. But this for sure should make it onto your website. Excellent, really an excellent image. Excellent. Also another cute shot. Great, good context. We'll brighten up her face a little bit in Lightroom, I think. And just keeping, it's a great lively image. Stats wise, Again, this is great. To be at 200 at a 500, to be ISO 200 at 500 of a second might be an idea, but it's not really a big deal. Maybe a drop more light. Maybe just go from 1,000 to an 800 just to let in a drop more light. Okay, and again, Michal, nice one. Okay, you've missed the focus a little bit here. Where's your focus? I think your focus actually is here on the boot. Yeah, you can see, look at that, sharp. So that's annoying. These are the kind of shots. This is like this is gorgeous. The swing is beautiful. Yeah, you can see the focus is over here. The swing is beautiful. The background's perfect. You framed her nicely. It's very cute. She's a cute little girl. But you just missed the focus. I've got so many pictures like this that you look at and you're like, oh, it could have been so gorgeous. And it is, don't get me wrong, it's a nice picture, and you can sometimes get away with pictures like this on your website, because if they just go quickly, or if you make a slideshow or something, you can. But this wouldn't be, I don't think people would appreciate this on their wall if they printed it large, just because of the fact that it's not sharp. But again, beautifully composed. You've got a beautiful triangle straight in the middle. She pops out from the background. You've darkened these lines, I think, that have, I think you've done quite a bit in Photoshop. You've warmed it in Lightroom, you've warmed it, you've added the vignette, you've darkened these parts of the, this I think is part of the vignette, maybe you did it with the brush tool. But really excellent sensitivity to the image. You could make a really successful business. I'm very excited for you. Okay, wow, there's so many nice pictures here. Which one should I take into Photoshop, into Lightroom? So I could take that. This is excellent. This is for sure the best shot. Nice one. I think we're going to take this one. Let's see. Let's take this one. Let's see what we can do with this. So I'm looking at this picture. 1 second, and I'm just thinking like energy, big energy. This little girl's like bouncing right out into your face. Just give me a second. So for sure we need to emphasize her eyes. We're going to add a lot of clarity, a lot of contrast. Let's even go black and white. There we go. So I've got this power black and white preset that I've done that adds a bit of highlights, a bit of exposure, clarity. I'm going to push the highlights further. Actually, the whites I think are more important. Now we're going to take our brush tool and go to Iris Enhance. Click spacebar so you can just go in close. There we go. Great, this is a great shot. Could be even, it'd be nice to add some grit, like some grain here. Let's just, that's too much. And open up the shadows a drop. Excellent. Okay, I want to darken around the edges, but not necessarily make it softer. It's actually nice, this extra energy on her face as well. I think I'm going to keep that, and I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to invert it and reset it, and now I'm going to drop the exposure a little bit. I think maybe put up the clarity. Let's see. Yeah, no, it needs that edginess. It really does need that edginess, and I think a little bit of contrast. And I think to finish it off, although this is looking pretty awesome as it is, I think we might add in a little bit of grain. Let's have a look. Yeah, again, I think it just gives it that kind of edgy, gritty. That's a great shot. Love it. Love it. Okay, so interesting, because the shot that was meant to be like, it's very good. You really got it. The shot that was meant to be at the bottom of the barrel was the one that was at the top, I think. I mean, I still think that it came in. I don't even know if it came in second place to this picture. No, I think personally I prefer this picture. Although it's a beautiful picture, I just love the energy in this picture. Great. Okay. Michal, thank you so much. I really enjoyed that, and looking forward to seeing what you do for us next week. All the best.